Hey everyone, this is Zeffy. Hey, what's up guys? This is Zeffy back for another Kingdom Hearts card review. It's week 24, and again I'm going to be doing a card review for a new card from the new set Light and Darkness. This week I'm going to be doing Sebastian, level 0 friend, -2 support value, 0 magic value. Its effect is the attack value of all attack cards is reduced to 0. It's a friend card. It's an interesting effect to say the least. Pretty much most any attack card becomes utterly useless in the sense of at least support value. Now, as far as effects go, such as like Oathkeeper or Soul Eater, if you're still successful in the challenge there, or killing a Heartless with it involved, you still gain the effect. So don't misread that card. It doesn't negate the effect that takes place from the card, but it does subtract or basically make it null and void for their support value. But again, if you're successful in the challenge and you throw Soul Eater in there, even if it's +0, you're still going to -2 HP off your opponent. So don't misread that card. Don't think that it's going to completely shut down your attack cards, even if you're only running, again, like a couple Soul Eaters or 3 Soul Eaters. If you're running like Oblivion, yeah, it's going to suck for your Oblivion because it's going to be useless. But again, don't read into it. I mean, to a certain degree, it matters. To a certain degree, it doesn't. There's ways around it. There's ways you can still, make use of your cards depending on, the attack cards you have. Sure, like Divine Rose, stuff like that. It's not gonna be good, but it's gonna be 0 basically. And it's gonna be pointless. You have to discard it or throw it in anyways and get nothing out of it. But cards with effects, they're still gonna work. So overall, I would say I kind of agree with their opinion on it, saying that it can shut down, aggro decks. It can to a certain degree, but nowadays aggro decks are not just running attack cards. They're running control cards, they're running magic cards, they're running Simbas, they're running alternate strategies, they're running friend cards. I mean, they have support. It's not to the point where they're depending solely on attack cards anymore. So it's not like the first set. The first set, all they had was attack cards to run. I mean, that was it. That's all you really had to pick from. It was attack or magic cards. Now, you had your Simbas, but that was it. Now it's like, okay, we have gravity spells, we have Simbas still, we have the attack cards, we have Stopper, we have Stopga, we have friend cards that, basically introduce new effects like the aggro control, Destiny Islands, the 3 ducks. We have all that stuff going on. If I'm running 3 or 4 or 5 attack cards, even 6 attack cards, it's not going to kill me completely. Sebastian does have a nice effect, and again, we're all waiting to really see how this metagame is going to change with the new set, and once we see all the cards and what kind of strategies pop up here and there, maybe we'll find that Sebastian is actually very, very, very effective against the aggro deck. Maybe we won't. Maybe it'll be just kind of, yeah, it stops them once in a while, but it doesn't like destroy them or shut them down completely. I think Phil is a much more effective card in shutting down a certain card type than Sebastian is, because Sebastian, you can still play an attack card, and again, it does not negate the effect of an attack card. So depending on the conditions for that attack card's effect to take place or resolve, if you can still do that, you will still get the effect out of it. So be just mindful of that. If it's specific, like it says, when this attack card deals damage, etc., etc., get etc. effect, then yes, it will negate it in that case, or will stop that effect. But otherwise, if it just says you have to be successful, or this has to be included with defeating Heartless, or included in the challenge, then you're fine. Just look at the verbiage of the text on that card, and then you'll just go from there. You have to really go by a card basis. In general, the rulebook will say one thing, but in like any card game, the rule of thumb is if the card says something different, that supersedes the rulebook, because it creates a different condition in the game. So you have to follow that. So be mindful of that. I think Sebastian is good. Maybe not like the best control card, but it is definitely like a second tier level, and I would recommend it for certain deck types. Not every deck type, maybe, and when you do run it, you may only want to run like one, because really it's only good for its effect. It doesn't the -2 support value. You're never going to use it for that. It is good for being fodder too, but other than that, it's not going to do much more to impact the game than that. So hope you guys liked it. I'll see you later.